I absolutely love the sitting volleyball. It gives you such a good feeling that you're working with other people, that you're in a team.
Even though I'm in absolute agony with my physical injuries that I have every time that I'm on court, it doesn't bother me whatsoever. It's worth the pain because I absolutely love it. Being part of Team UK is just the most magnificent, epic feeling. To be able to not only just wear the British colours, but to be amongst these amazing men and women, it really, really is an amazing feeling. One thing that happens to veterans and to serving personnel as well is that you become a little bit insular with it and you don't want to share your vulnerabilities. But the Royal British Legion have created an atmosphere for us, and they've made sure we can share with one another. As I said, some of their stories are absolutely brilliant, and I'm really proud to be alongside them. I'm Scott, and I'll be representing Team UK at the Invictus Games in Canada in 2025. I spent 14 years in the army. Most of my career was spent in Germany, but I also did 2 tours of Afghanistan, and it was on the second tour of Afghanistan that unfortunately it was very traumatic, and I subsequently started suffering with PTSD. I continued to soldier on for 5 years with the condition, but unfortunately the decision was made in 2019 for me to be medically discharged. Since leaving the army, I've had a number of challenges. I didn't actually have anywhere to live initially, so my mum took me in a real bad way, and I really needed her to take care of me in that time actually. And then I decided to venture out and get my own place because I couldn't have my mum or anyone else being hurt by the condition. It actually got worse from there because I was then just left on my own completely, even though I had family trying to talk to me and trying to help me. Depression and anxiety really took over, and the darkness was horrendous. I stopped talking to people, I lost a lot of friends, I lost family members. A lot of the time I was still suffering with nightmares, which were pretty atrocious. I'd find myself waking up on the floor, under the bed, in different parts of the room. And yeah, it was a really, really difficult period before I started my healing journey and start finding help.
I had a really rough night, and I've had to apologise a number of times, more recently to Hoops, our team captain, for calling out in the night and having strange dreams, and it makes it really difficult for people suffering with PTSD to get on with their days. But I know that I will not let it defeat me, and through the power of playing volleyball today and the power of any sport you do it gets through these hard times when you've not slept or when you've had a really rough night, and that's what the power of sport really can do.
So my first time arriving at a Royal British Legion multi-sports weekend in Lilleshall, I remember walking up to the Battleback Centre and then thinking, I can't do this. I started heading back towards my car, and all of a sudden a lady came rushing out to me from the recovery team, and she introduced herself to me, and she just said, come inside. And you know, she was just really reassuring, and she got me in the building, and from that moment on I was in.
The Invictus Games it's just been extraordinary. It's kind of given him a hope, given him a goal and a community as well. And it's also not just for Scott, it's for us as a family and our children to see Scott go from incredibly low place to this new man, this role model in their life, this person they can cheer from the stands. It's just going to go with them for life for our boys. So the ripple effects are hard to put into words, really.
So the Royal British Legion have been phenomenal during this whole process for the Invictus Games. They've employed mental health specialists as well, who come to every training camp and are always at the end of the phone. It's just so helpful having people that get it, you know, that have served before, that understand just a little bit about what's going on for us in those times of anxiety. I'm hoping that this is the final stage of my recovery in a sense of being amongst other people, and being a part of a team. I know how much that's going to help, and I know how much it's going to help me in my next stage of life after the games as well. From everything I've experienced, I'm going to be able to help people again, and that's my purpose, and what my purpose is going to be after the games.
I've just found out that I've been selected as the Sitting Volleyball team captain. So I'm feeling quite emotional, but really proud of myself as well. Not a feeling I normally get, that isn't, but I know how hard I've worked. It's just been about regaining my life, and I'm doing that, and I'm doing that in abundance at the moment.
And just to be able to take them out onto the court and really show the world what Team UK is made of. But also, regardless of whether we win or lose, just to be able to be there with them, with those men and women on that court, regardless of what happens, and I'm really excited about that.